everybody, as you probably know, it's me, TheRedMageKro, and welcome back. The hell are you? A metaphor, ReFantazio. Young man, you have a blurg. Reflect the fact accordingly, blurg. What do you mean by the last bit? This place is a little suspicious. Do you want to buy something? Oh, thank you.
Bye now.
Nothing catch your fancy with the shop is open every day. Yay! Them. They're praying.
The Royal Guard is sloppy, aren't they?
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go in here. No, I wanna... What is that yellow? No! Wait, what happened?
Think of it.
I think we have something that needs appraising. Why don't we have the shop take a look at it? You don't have to go to a specialist, get your weapons, armor, and igniters appraised. Just ask any shop attendant and they should be able to handle it. Okay, appraise items.
Hello there.
Hello, I want you to appraise this muddled blade. It's only 50. It's an iron sword. What about this one? Iron greatsword. Lovely. Thank you. Goodbye. Okay. Let me see. Where am I? See, that yellow arrow is actually really... Like, it's telling me to go out. Why is it telling me... Oh, no. That's just basically, Okay. What the hell was that? Nope. Nope, we're leaving manually. That was a no. I'm not trying to figure out where to go. We're just leaving. Hells to the no. Hells no. To the no, no, no. I do want to go and try to see if we can talk to, Miss What's-Her-Face. Because I feel like she would be an ally and we might be able to unlock something from her. Did somebody say, I'm gonna hit you? It sounded like someone said, I'm gonna hit you.
Damn it all.
I just really want to see if she's here. Hello? I feel like that soldier across the street is looking at me. He's been doing it for a while now. He's a guard for the church, so he's probably of high rank. Did I do something wrong? Hello?
Think I'll forget this, do
The
ya?
soldier's behaving most suspiciously. Keeps staring at me from across the street. He's supposed to be keeping watch over the igniter shop. What does he hope to accomplish by fixing his gaze upon a guard? That's funny. That is absolutely funny. Hey, I know I can appraise something here. Hello. Oh, an elder. Surprising that you would visit a church under the circumstances. And how may the church guide you? Judging by the sword upon your hip, I take it you are a warrior. If you carry armaments with hidden potentials, I can purify them for you. However, no matter how sincere you may be, you are still an elder. You must demonstrate a basic understanding of Sanctinism if you expect my cooperation. If my wisdom was informed, I could ask the church to purify them. Certain equipment can be taken to a church and purified, after which it is born anew with enhanced capabilities and new special effects. You can unlock the purify function by raising the wisdom royal virtue. Equipment that can be purified will be noted.
There's a share, I think.
So I don't have enough wisdom in order to do that. What can I buy from you? Bunch of stuff that I don't think I personally care about. Okay, I gotta turn the camera. I can't just leave. Okay. So I think that she's gonna be in here. Let's see if we can find her. Ooh.
Incredible.
This is the latest model magic igniter. I admit it does have a very high-end feel to it. The lady isn't here. Is our policy to decline to certain tribes, including the Elda? Apologies. That's unacceptable. First of all, magic igniters are premium, high-end products. Even if I did want to serve you, I couldn't do so without the permission of an association representative. And just who is this representative? That would be Lady Brigida Lycanon. She's also in charge of the operations of this igniter shop. Well, where is she? She's my friend. I can't change the, in there. I demand to speak to your manager! But I'll leave just because. It could just very well be that maybe, like, I have to, like, advance the story before I, am able to talk to her for later. So, I think that we're just gonna go to the sewer. I've kind of, roundabouted this enough as it is. And in we go! Lazio!
All right.
No lookouts that I... Wait, what was her voice? It was deep, I know that much. Where's my freaking brownie brittle? No, it's all the way over there! Probably for the best. No lookouts that I can see. We're not discovered going in or out of the cathedral as we please.
Well,
It's so quiet. It's kind of creepy.
Even so.
I'd rather have avoided disturbing the dead, but we cannot let that stop us here. Yep, we gotta go! Forward and onward! I'm worried about the people left in the Grand Cathedral. You know, I legitimately thought that's a ghost, but I'm pretty sure that's more.
Let's
Go. Let's head to the cathedral. We're going after that necromancer. We're going to catch him, for Grius' sake as well.
All right.
Yeah, it's more, okay. Just as I thought. This area is yet to be sealed off. We should be able to enter through here. Let's go! This path seems to lead to the back entrance of the Grand Cathedral. Security should be lighter than it is at the front. Let's head inside. Are you ready? Let's go! Then let us enter. The way is straight ahead. Are you going to be friend?
Doesn't it seem like?
It's downright eerie. Much too quiet in here. We've no choice but to steel ourselves and move on. This is the only way left open to us.
let's hurry.
The area looks so clear. Let's hurry.
Onward.
Yeah, but we're in a graveyard area. Why do you guys think that a necromancer wouldn't have a... The Magla here is dead. It kind of looked as though she was trying to tell me there was like a hidden wall. But yeah, no, like... Obviously, right? I say obviously. Oh, it seems as though it's locked. You know, I say obviously in the sense that, like, you know, it should be obvious. But it's not. At least not to the main characters. Wait, I'm getting a strange feeling from up ahead. It's the same feeling I had at the abandoned mine before. But the mines were... What do you sense? I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this. What's the plan, Crow? We're going in! Right, no time to second guess ourselves. Just like a red mage, I'm going in. From 14, guys, 14. Oh, hey, look, it's a crystal.
What's going on? We can't get through the door.
Why can't we?
Strange as he is, that pale fellow's magic works.
Hi.
Good for rooting out the rats.
Hello.
Blasted mage set a trap. Not surprising. We knew he was expecting us.
And you still fell for it?
Yeah, why
At
not?
least you'll be in good company.
What kind of company? A Black Knight!
It can't be.
It can't be. You know this?
No way.
Oh, don't tell me it's Grius. Oh, you sack of turd!
Alcest.
Oh, that's effed up. Oh, God. He made quick work of us.
Alcest, stop it!
She has a halberd, he has a sword. You should not have let him get that close to you.
Why would you die for revenge of all things? The man I fought beside was not so ruled by anger and malice. Alcest, tell me, please.
Oh, God. Oh, she dead!
Is this the price of my failure, then? The prince, for having lost him, you too would abandon me. Why did you leave me alone in the dark when you escaped with his highness? I have sought him for so many years to no avail.
So she kind of knows.
Of course. 'Tis only just that you be the one to send me to him now.
Get up! Fight!
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
No! You have it wrong!
Ooh, good save! Good save!
The prince is alive!
Hey!
He's right. We do hunt Luis, but not for revenge. We mean to lift the prince's curse.
Come on,
Is that true?
renew yourself!
His highness is still...
Yes!
Yes, he lives. So you have to keep fighting.
Fight back the anxiety! You can do it!
If that's true, then I...
It's
Who
time.
wanders in solemn duty, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken.
She
Now
gonna be the
choose
knight?
thy
Are you gonna be a
path.
knight?
Help a new calling, transcending all oaths. I choose life of my own will!
Yes! You could have been a little more animated though!
Noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities become thy light. Thou art the brilliant star that shall illuminate the King's Road. Now, awaken.
Awaken!
My name is Iselin Pacelli Majal Hulkenberg.
Yes!
Knight, I am commander, and last of the honor guard!
Jesus.
Once more, I take up arms in my liege's name!
Oh, she is a knight!
Alcis, I will see you freed.
Is it really a knight? Come on! Look at her! She's so cool!
In his royal name, with this power, I shall open the way!
Hell yeah!
'Tis almost finished.
I also find it really sad that she was able to awaken this power, but freaking Grease couldn't. No!
I'm sensing a huge surge of power. Hang on. It almost seems like the two archetypes are resonating with each other.
What do you mean the two archetypes? You've unlocked synthesis skills. Synthesis skills are special cooperative skills available according to the party's channeled archetypes. Access them by pressing A on a party member's turn. In order to perform any synthesis skill, a second party member with the specific archetype channeled is necessary. Synthesis skills consume the collaborator's turn icon in addition to the active character's turn icon.
I'm so sorry.
Ooh. Now I can press A,
Allies,
synthesis,
together!
jump thrust, or magic guard. Of course, we're gonna go with this.
Coordination is key!
Yeah! Okay. Okay, you don't have to be that cool.
Now, what's the play? Let's do this!
He gets, ooh, round slash.
No.
That's actually gonna be
No
really
holding
cool.
back.
But we just gotta do diagonal slash!
It's okay.
Got a
We
crit.
can do this.
No synthesis,
Fight us power.
unfortunately. Oh, I'm so sad. Ah, why does it have to be you, Grius? Oh, Phantom Dance! Ugh.
Watch out! You're barely holding it together!
Don't worry about me!
Alright,
Magic
let me
Guard,
off
barrier
strike.
that nullifies one elemental attack for all allies in the caster rows.
Perhaps not this.
Actually,
Blade in
wait.
hand.
Knight's Proclamation! I was right! Draws an enemy's attention and takes attacks for...
Is
Yes,
that
please.
all?
You're barely
Warrior!
quick.
Oh no!
After me! Something else. Warrior!
That was so ugly and sad. Okay. I wonder if Blizz... Dude, I have no HP. Honestly, if he uses...
Let's try this.
If he uses that AoE, it doesn't matter that she's taking his attention.
Is that all?
There we go. Okay, that's fine with me. Okay, let's go ahead and just attack him.
I can't. I call upon royal power within.
Hell yeah.
I'll show you the F.
Dude, I love it, right? Oh, doing AoE. Oh my god.
Sorry.
People are dying.
Get up.
People are dying. You know what? Mistakes were made. Mistakes were plenty made. How many? Revives one ally. But fully restores HP. Okay. No matter what I do, it's not a good idea. I think we just kind of take the L for right now.
Knight! Not now.
We take the L, we try again.
Hurts badly, wounded. Someone heal her.
I feel like we probably need a healer. Maybe? I don't know. I mean, like, having a healer is always good.
Wait.
But, you know, I don't know who to make it. We only have 3 people right now. Are we only gonna have 3 people? Interesting.
Yeah.
We stand together.
See, the thing is, I don't know if the magical attack... I don't know if what it is a magical attack. We can try it out.
We'll combine our strength.
I don't mind trying it out.
A mystic shield.
And plus the... Frick, man!
Face.
Kagayoshi!
Now, what's the play? Warrior!
Zenbon Sakura! Jazz. Okay, is this a magic attack? No, it's not a magic attack.
Oh, you've done it.
Badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
I would like something that's a little bit more...
Take it.
I owe you.
Is everyone
broad?
alright? Justice prevail. This won't do. Allies together.
All right, let's go.
And thus I end it.
Jazz, you know it... God. You're doing an AoE again?
Everyone.
Strong. I'm so sorry.
Okay, new strategy.
Power of heroes.
I think if I use Knight's Proclamation, he'll only attack her and maybe not use
Can't afford to
AoE.
hold back. After me.
Maybe. I do want to see this, though. Who's gonna do it, even though it's, like, not AoE? Okay, just, like, big swirly slash. So, yeah, I think that if we just kind of, like...
Come forth, royal soul.
If we just use her to take up the enemy's attacks, the other 2 should be able to mitigate everything.
Is that all?
Like, it would be nice for her to,
Now,
you know,
what's the play?
be able to use her, like, defense down attack, but, you know, this would be good too. Yeah, cause see, he's not using,
Only a flesh wound.
he's personally not using the AoE now, which is good.
Here.
And then we can kind of
Thank you.
focus on
I stand
healing her
grateful.
up
Power of heroes.
and primarily keeping the attention of Grius
In the
off of
name
him,
I shall vanquish evil.
which is good. That's what a knight should do.
Is that all? Only a flesh wound.
And it seems to be working! Which is great!
Observe the for all that we strive for!
I dig it, I really do.
I can't have warrior.
It's exactly what we need in a sense of, you know, our guy's a mage. He needs somebody who's gonna be able to take all the damage.
Someone heal her.
Let's try this. Trust needed. Knight!
And honestly, like,
If you dare.
the Knight's Proclamation has such low MP that it's definitely very good.
show you the
Crit,
essence of
nice. I'm actually gonna give her a medicinal herb.
Thank you.
People are gonna go crazy over that I said herb instead of herb. But you know what? That's fine.
Let justice prevail.
I call upon royal power within.
And then I can kind of go past like all these, kind of speed things up a bit.
Only a flesh
Can't do it when it's his though.
This is nothing. Knight! I stand waiting.
In the name of, I shall vanquish evil.
It's okay.
And then she
We can do
does
this.
need some. Oh, okay.
Take
just
it.
I used up the last of my medicinal herbs, so it's not there anymore.
This is nothing.
This is what you need to do in these, like, you know, harder trying times. You gotta just give your characters an A. You know?
Come forth, royal soul.
So long as you do that, everything turns out pretty fine. You know he's dead?
Still stands.
Oh, that was a crit.
Still so easily. So this is
Okay, things are actually pretty bad. Balm of life and hope and pray that she's the next one to go.
Show you the essence of truth.
Nope, but we should still be fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and guard with our boyo. He should be in the back, actually, thinking about it. See, like, that's gonna happen.
Is that all?
So we're still in the clear.
For all that we strive for!
Oh, Chris, just please
Let's stay calm. To the rear guard.
go ahead and do that. 'Cause he needs to take a lot less damage, and being in the back doesn't get rid of his, you know, magic damage. So good. I think that we can just kind of like kill him now.
Are you prepared?
Am I sure? Yes. Which is why I'm willing not to like go through with like the entire thing. Oh, Grius.
His Highness and Maria's home. I leave them in your hands.
Oh.
You do as you
No.
ask, friend. I swear it.
Dude, it sucks that freaking Grius died.
If I say so myself.
It's worse with the fact that like we had to kill him. Grius's memento.
Rest now, Alsace. We will protect Maria and His Royal Highness.
Oh, I don't like it.
Isn't this crystal just like what we saw in the abandoned mine? It gives me the same nasty feeling.
Yeah, it looks like some kind of eldritch abomination.
Let's just destroy it.
First he wakes the dead, and now this bizarre object. This man is dangerous and must be stopped.
Agreed.
You said you were a royal knight, didn't you? Were you there on the night the prince was attacked?
Yeah.
Yes, though I was the least among the Order then.
Oh.
We saw His Highness afflicted with a horrific curse. But soon after, he mysteriously vanished. Alsace was one of His Highness's closest confidants when he disappeared. I'd wondered if they were both lost to us.
But I could see it when we told you the truth. You believed the prince was alive, didn't you?
I mean, yes.
I'd left my post to wander the land. A search party, at least in intent. News of the king's demise brought me back. Thence, we met. Now, onward. 'Tis nothing. Let us go.
No.
Don't tis nothing mean. You
Exactly.
took a hard hit early on. Let's head back for now.
But
We've come this far, so he'll be looking to buy time. It's just as you advised before. We can't rush in if we're to see this through. What say
Exactly.
you? We can withdraw for now, right?
We should head
Yes.
back.
We should head back.
I'll trust your judgment. Homeward then.
We need to get you looked at. If you're too weak, we can't necessarily, you know, make good use of you.
You're just in time. Maria's awake.
Oh no, Maria.
She's not hurt too badly, but she's locked up in her room and won't come out. I told her that her father wouldn't be coming home.
Oh, Fabby.
So she knows.
Oh, I should say, I found a note in his belongings. Meant for you all, I'm sure. It said, if there's anything left that could serve you, take it. I left his belongings in his room, so you're free to have a look.
Augury has entrusted his belongings to us.
Now that you're here, I'll go check on her one more time. Try to rest, and I'll be back shortly.
Aww.
Damn you, Louise.
Can I assume you're still dedicated to the mission?
Mission?
Killing Louise to lift the prince's curse. We've lost a lot already. We can't afford to give up after one failure.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry.
Agreed.
I've no intention of giving up now.
What do you think? Are you going after Louise?
Your call. Of course I am.
Of course I am.
Yeah,
Yes. Someone has to bring the bastard to justice.
exactly.
You saw what would happen under his rule. We can't just let him doom this country.
Thus do you seek Louise's death. Knowing the truth, may I join your cause? I heard of your trials at the fort, and considering all I've seen and heard, Louise clearly aims to seize the throne.
Exactly.
Allow me to lend my blade. Even if we can put the man down, if we can't save the heir to the throne, it would be all for naught.
I mean, I know lending your blade is more of a, I want to say symbolic. I don't think it's symbolic. It's also not a metaphor because you're not comparing it to something else. It's a turn of phrase. It's a phrase, right? But with that also being the case, she has a halberd. It's a pole arm. Kind of an axe. Kind of a spear. Not really a blade. I mean, I guess it's a bladed weapon? I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments below how you feel about that.
Until the day His Highness, the
Who
prince's
knows?
life
Maybe-
is saved, I will fight through all obstacles.
Maybe I'm just being, like, very picky about the wordplay here. But, you know, yet again, like I said, you guys can let me know how you guys feel about that phrase in the comments down below. Or even if I'm, you know, using the wrong term for it. I'm always willing to be corrected over anything that I do get wrong. I'm always looking to learn something new. And though I know, like, you know, metaphors and all this, I tend to forget after so long of not really reusing the subject matter at hand. So it's always good to be kind of like recapped on how all these things work. Like, what are they called? Assimiles? No, metaphor, hyperboles, you know, all those good stuffs. I don't really remember what each of those primarily do. I know metaphors are kind of like comparing things, though. I know that much. I believe.
We'd be happy to have you. But are you sure?
It is but another leg on my own long journey, and now I may travel in good company. What say you?
We'd welcome you, yeah.
Welcome you. Gladly.
Gladly.
Truly. Thank you. I shall strive to protect you as you saved me.
Sounds a
Yeah.
bit redundant to say after all you've done for us, but we're glad to have you.
Leave it to me.
Yay, Hulkenberg.
Then let us be bound in both purpose and trust. My life is your shield, and my blade is your strength.
Hell yeah!
The steadfast vassal, Hulkenberg. Within her dwells the virtue of the knight.
I really want to know how to, like, up these things.
Nurture thy bond with her, and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Whoa. A new bond!
I would stake my very life upon it.
Yeah! Why are two of them flashing? If Mage is up there, that one's Seeker. So why is Warrior as well as Seeker, I think that's Seeker, flashing like that? I sense the heroic, yeah, Knight. Yep.
Oh, now that she's part of the team, we gotta show her.
Ought to show her.
Here. This is the prince. He's been asleep for a long, long time.
Quite a long time.
His Royal Highness.
Yeah.
He's stable. But unless we can do something about that curse, he's finished.
That mage could be the key to this. I couldn't guess what he aims to accomplish, but if we can capture him, he could lead us straight to Luis.
I think he'd rather die, Strahl. He's not...
Doubtless he seeks the royal scepter.
Yeah, and he's not brain. You can't be forgetting these sorts of things. These things are freaking important. He is not... words of some kind. God, man, what is it that he's not... You know, he's used to dead bodies. You think that he wouldn't be fine with making another, you know, corpse on the ground? We'll go with that. That's not exactly what I want to say, but it's the closest thing that I can form with words to what it is that I want to portray. And it's not even an accurate portrayal of what I want to say. Words are important, everyone. Which sucks because it's such a difficult thing to primarily do.
Chamber in the cathedral under a powerful warding seal. Such magic would likely take days of concentration to dispel, even with powers to do so.
You figure that's why he said we've got until the mourning period ends? If it's true, we still have some days until the mourning ends. Leaves us a little time to spare. But
Yeah.
what did he mean when he told us to wait for the day of calamity? Just an ominous name for the day he grabs the scepter?
No, I think that there's something worse that's gonna happen.
He can tell us himself at the end of a sword. The innkeeper's given her blessing, so we'll use this place as our headquarters for now.
Yeah, probably for the best. It's already gotten late today, so let's reconvene here tomorrow. Do you feel responsible for Grius and Maria?
Of course I do.
That's not your burden to bear alone, okay? I don't make much of a guide, do I? I can't even get proper directions. God, I wish I wasn't so useless.
I want to comfort her, but I don't know how. I want to be like, you're overthinking, but she's not overthinking. You got us this far and we're still alive. That's what I want to basically... I mean, I could say me too, so that we can beat each other up, you know? But I want to like, you know, like I feel like this is pushing her worries aside. This is not comforting her. This is at least a form of comfort that also may, you know, boost her morale. I don't know, but I'm going to do this one.
You're the one who's gotten us this far, Gallica.
You think so? Well, it's nice of you to say.
Exactly.
My grief is getting the better of me. But I've got to shape up.
Don't worry, I believe in
Grius
you.
gave his life for that mission. We can't let him down.
We
Let's
cannot.
figure it out as a team, all right? I'll do whatever I can.
Yeah. can sense Gallica's heartbreak, her trust, and her determination. Oh, we freaking ranked up!
Here and now, not the past.
Mage's Enlightenment reduces the mag cost of studying the mage lineage. Yeah, we did it!
You should get some rest tonight in preparation for tomorrow.
Yeah. Maybe there's like some kind of hidden value that we don't really fully understand. Well, not understand. There's a hidden value that we can't see, and depending on how we answer things, it adds to that value. So, I think that the best idea of kind of like going about it is to try and guess which one's gonna raise the most value. But over time, we should be able to kind of like go and max it out. I don't know. Pretty sure that we can primarily do it. Why don't we rest early and prepare for tomorrow? I want to check on Maria if I can. I hear Maria's pain crying as Fabi comforts her. What about?
What?
This is Hulkenberg's room. She'll get angry if you go in without her permission. Where did you come from?
Let's rest.
I want to check things out. Thrall's here. Grius, to think that he's gone. I only wish I could have thanked him. We owe him for leading us to a real night. I confess, I was relieved to see His Highness, though he's certainly grown since I knew him. Tonight we shall have our due rest and prepare for tomorrow. To finish Alces's fight, a grand undertaking, and we cannot fail him. Alright, well, I guess that means that we do go to sleep. Faintly hear the hustle and bustle of the city from beyond the closed shutter. That is not what I meant to do. That seems rather stiff, but I can still rest in it. Maybe it's time to call it a night. Go ahead and rest up. And now it's late night. Something's happening, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's right. More. Hey, More. How's it going?
Really? What exactly do you have against sleep?
Sleep is the freaking enemy to all. You don't do anything in your sleep except for rest and, you know, dream a better dream. Or have nightmares. Or night terrors. Night terrors are the worst. Apparently, we've been invited to academia.
I saw it all unfold. An ally became a friend, and he awakened to your power. But his path was cut short. It is all too easy to forget the fragility of life, until the tragedy of its loss. Yet, I feel his efforts were not in vain. He never turned from his fears and worries, unflinching to the last.
Yeah.
Just as the lives of old heroes are passed down through their tales, so too will his heart. You have inherited the story of an unsung revolutionary and all its power.
The mag used by Grius has been inherited and returned to Kro's soul.
Yet be warned, such power rarely awakens without trials. Even should you overcome them, your virtues will be tested, time and time again. You must carry on, honing your archetypes and heart with painful sincerity. That is the first step towards changing the world. I have faith in you.
You know, this game actually holds a lot of replayability if you think about it. Just kind of, you know, with the thought process, and depending on whether or not there is a New Game Plus, which there is most likely going to be, seeing as how one of the difficulties is locked, right? Because what you can do is kind of like what this one guy that I am subscribed to is doing, where he's doing a mage-only run, and he's streaming that crud. I don't remember his name, but let me see if I can figure that out right fast. Oh, it's Tantacles! I love Tantacles. He's doing a mage-only run. God, man, I need to finish this game before I watched it when he actually, like, converts all that into, like, one video. if you guys really like RPGs and you really like challenges to RPGs, he's very good when it comes down to it. Let me go ahead and grab my book and pencil so I can write this down, so that I can try to see if maybe I can card it in somewhere right here-ish. Okay, there we go. So, hopefully I remember to look that up. I'm pretty sure I will. Either way. I feel like I might have written that down wrong. No, I did it right. It's fine. Okay. Either way. But yeah, no, like, he's doing a mage-only run. Freaking, you could probably do a warrior-only run. A knight-only run sounds like it would be the worst. But that's also going off of the idea that, like, you know, you only get the blocking for other people type deal. Either way, I've stayed on this for too long. Loot, heroes, incense. You may come across items that grow your archetypes in various places, similar to the hero incense you will receive from more. You can use them from the item menu, yes.
Forgive me. There's one more important thing. You can visit as long as you have the calm and time to open a book. But when threats lurk nearby, we may not always have the luxury of attention undivided.
Agreed.
And danger is an inconvenience so often encountered, of course. As such.
Plateau?
A smart-looking fellow, isn't he? There's a special magic igniter embedded in his collar, too.
Oh?
Much as I'd like to join you in person, I cannot. I can, however, send his consciousness in my place.
Okay.
If you see him in places of battle, do stop to pet him, won't you?
Yeah.
You'll find him a most helpful companion.
Hell yeah!
If you would survive the trials to come, think not only of the powers you know, but how they might be combined. Now, until we meet again.
Dude, hell yeah, I will pet Plateau every single day of the godforsaken week. Oh, okay. Something's amiss? Is the spell broken? Has the crystal underground been shattered? No, surely not this quickly. The soldiers couldn't possibly.
No matter.
Trivial, all of it. More importantly. A rather complicated sealing spell, but I see it's working. Breaking it will be only a matter of time. So close to the halls of the royal scepter. The plan is near its fruition, and the calamity draws ever closer.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay. Okay, so let me think, right?
Sorry.
I apologize that we commandeered your home.
Think nothing of it.
This is my fight too. You're going after that man in the cathedral, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Surely before the day of calamity that he warned about. I don't know what he's plotting. I want nothing more than to foil it. We can't let a tragedy that would rob this country of its future come to pass. Not only for the prince, for Grius as well.
I'd say...
One last matter. I am yet unused to this strange power. Once we take to the field again, I would look to another for orders. Kro, you seem to be best suited for the task. That is the role you've been serving thus far, yes?
It'll be all right.
No objections here. You've certainly gotten me out of plenty of nasty situations.
All good.
I agree. You up for that, Kro? All right.
Yeah.
Got it. May you lead us to victory.
True.
I suppose that would make you our captain. Huh? A fitting title for a company's tactical authority, no?
For real.
I guess, but you sound too formal. I don't know if I could get used to calling him that.
Now then.
As for when we return to the cathedral, yours is the final say. But we'd better serve by prudence than haste.
Yeah.
Right. Let's make sure we're ready for this, Gallica. And then it's time to go, you give us the word.
Got it.
Yeah, got it. Stay calm, everyone. You can do this. Alright. I do kind of want to go talk to Maria. I also wonder how time actually talks. Days left. 10! Mission with a deadline has begun. Meet up with your allies at the catacombs entrance to challenge the Grand Cathedral. Failure to complete your mission by the deadline will result in a game over. You must defeat the Necromancer before the Day of Calamity. On a given day, you have time to do one thing in the day and another at night. Dungeons can only be visited during the day, and you'll need your rest at night. If you spend time in town during the day, the night is yours. On a local map, there are icons indicating where you can hone your royal virtues, people who have requests, and where your followers are. Raising your royal virtues and strengthening your bonds with your followers is key to obtaining new archetypes. Use your free time wisely, and strive to be the best version of yourself. If an action will consume time, the choice will be marked with a clock symbol. Keep this in mind so you can plan your activities accordingly. Hey, you got a sec? I was thinking, isn't Grand Trad just huge? All this running from end to end must be so tiring. I was thinking, you got His Highness's sword, right? Maybe you can do something cool with it. Reese said that sword was forged with magla. A little magic, I think I can make it float. That's what the prince used to do, remember? So let's give it a try. Picture levitating. Then see if you can stand on it. Oh, yes! We can finally...
We should go.
First thing we need to do is head to the Grand Cathedral. Oh my god, that's so cool! Hello.
Can't see a single good
Oh, what shall I do? Cannot buy the medicine that my sick daughter needs. Medicine? Is it that expensive? Yes, it is. Or, to put it more accurately, it costs more than what a mustari in the city is capable of earning. My daughter won't be long for this world. If I can't get my hands on this medicine, my heart aches to see her racked by a cough. But if I buy it.
Yeah.
Our mission is still our top priority, but it shouldn't take up too much of our time to squeeze in another quick shopping trip to help them out.
You there?
What? Don't be ridiculous. We Mustari are treated poorly. The people here hate the Elder even more. I've heard that all Elder are anathema to the Sanctists. The medicine can be purchased at a church, but I doubt they do business with you. I have to try. Oh, it's a respiratory medicine called the Breath of Fresh Air. They sell it at St. Firmus's Church. I'm hesitant to get my hopes up, but you should somehow obtain it. Please bring it to me. Alright. Hopefully days left. 5. Increases tolerance. The reward for solving people's requests are not limited to just money or items. You could even unlock a new archetype. Oh? The harder the request, the greater the reward you can expect. You may be requested to slay certain monsters outside the city, for example. You can review requests you've already taken in the enemy difficulties noted. Okay. It will be marked as expired. You can no longer acquire rewards. Okay. But we definitely have to do... What are you? Knowledgeable man? If I may ask you just one thing. You're going to the Grand Cathedral.
Why?
Hey, who told you that? Calm yourself. There's no need to be so wary. I won't say a word about it to anyone else. On the contrary, I'd like to help you. I got intel on the monsters within Grand Cathedral. You could always use more information, couldn't you? Information? I'm what somebody call an informant. I sell information, so how about it? Any interest in paying for knowledge? Ooh, we can buy intel. It has various effects. Informants can be found. Okay. Alright. Honestly, that's not much. I will gladly take information. It's full of monsters. I might assume the work that man, that necromancer, the thought of the bones and corpses move on their own sends chills down my spines. I heard they're weak to light magic, in addition to skeletal ones are weak to physical blows. Let your fists fly and smack them around a bit. I've also heard about a moving stone statue. I can tell you why, but there's a status in there that comes to life. They're apparently immune to sword attacks. I heard they're weak to wind magic, so if you're heading over there, light, wind, and weapons in your arsenal. That's all I know. I know little about your motives, but regardless, I hope you succeed. The man needs to be stopped. Alright. That's good.
Come again, Eddie.
Let me know if you need anything, blah blah blah. Does this sound like this information could be useful to us? The Honeybee Inn? A shady looking guy like him, it's just regular there. Masked man. What does he do?
Oh.
Greetings, Elder Boy. We don't see many of your tribe in the rural capital, though we're similar in that way. Have you heard of the Mustari tribe?
I see.
Of course. No, it's understandable. We rarely make ourselves known to the public at all. So then, any interest in our history and why we live our lives secluded and oppressed? I'll share, if you'd like to know. The Mustari history. Learning more about them may help us better support those in need, right? Understanding different cultures and point of view might improve my tolerance. I'm going to take some time, but you have other plans today, so let's come back another time. Ooh, yeah, not today. Like...
Bob, you're not getting off the hook for that.
Okay.
Now, where was I?
I feel Moore's presence. I feel like it's definitely going to be a good idea.
Would you look at this?
I sense the power of a new archetype. Do come and speak to me. You should study it. I do think it's going to be a good idea to study. Ah, thank you for coming. You seem to be walking your own path, as I expected you would. Splendid!
Well then.
I realize this is sudden. There's something I wanted to ask of you regarding the power you are all gifted with. About archetypes. I've a task that I'd like you to undertake.
What?
What do you mean by task?
Alright.
To stand fearless in the face of change. I may not only alter your form, but reveal a heroic quality you embody. That indeed is the truth of archetypes. Heroes of our kingdom's history all showed glimpses of such power. There's not an extent you have. Yet now their tales are largely forgotten. Fables and obscurity.
That means...
A hero standing alone is no hero at all, but a simple dissenter. Without the support of others, their ideals are soon buried beneath history's weight, and their lives go unnoticed. The same holds true for archetypes. An archetype will only reach their ultimate power once you obtain and unite many heroic embodiments. You can achieve this. My dream shall too be fulfilled. In this way, I am sure we can take the first step towards the ideal world I described in my novel.
Because you see...
Researching this power is vital for me as well. For our first task, I'd like you to cultivate the hero embodiment of the healer. I'm certain the task will be a fruitful opportunity for you to hone what draws others to you. That is to say, your outwardly royal virtue.
This one's important.
No deadline. Nurture the strength I need. I should raise to rank 10. This can be completed by anyone. It'll also increase my imagination. You need not but complete your task. That act alone will... Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, leave it to me. Thank you for coming quickly to your understanding.
Yes, that's right.
A confrontation with your nemesis is inevitable, is it not? For all your plans and devices, one day you will have to face and fight Count Luis.
But for that...
To that end, you must seek to awaken a new and stronger archetype, and research the way their powers complement each other. Chance encounters are often spur a hero to grow, and indeed change the very world around them. As we share a fantasy of ideals, surely I, too, will share in this growth.
This research.
When that happens, my memories may gradually return. King's seal upon them may fade. Such as where this place is, why the king confined me in here. No, research, you gain more power, I regain my memories. And ultimately, we reach the utopia I dream of. A mutual beneficial agreement. No. Already, your efforts have done much for my research, and there is more I can do to assist you. An archetype has learned a skill. I can make it inheritable by other archetypes. Oh, I can show you whenever you like. This way, your encounters with others will become a source of even greater strength. Okay.
Regards.
Let us face these hardships together. Have high hopes for your future endeavors. Okay. I would definitely what I want to do. Skill inheritance is now available. You can now spend mag to unlock previously learned skills and give them to other archetypes. You can individually set the skills of each archetype inherits. So I definitely want to study. Is this? No, this is the healer. Why is it? This is the seeker. Okay. Oh, I guess it's because I learned these two, but I can learn the other ones. Holy cow, I need 1,000 mag for that. I mean, I definitely want to study this one, right? Because I need to be able to heal everyone. The healer. This is the archetype you sense from Maria.
Yes, right here.
Yes, is that of a saintly presence who gives strength to others through their love and devotion to all life. 1,000 mag. Yes, please. Now, this one's going to be very important for now, until we can get a 4th member, assuming that we can use up to 4 members. This is going to be very, very important because we need to be able to not rely on magic, but even then, like, MP is going to become very much strained. But I think I would much rather spend items on like MP recovery rather than maybe HP recovery. We'll double check. Either way, I think that healer is going to be better later on, maybe. But this is the power that I seek. Then so be it. My shared resolve and honored creed, take new form as a healer. And something that's a little more important. I hear the voice of the hero, so oh, worthy heart, who tempers anxiety into strength. If thou prepare, yes, okay. You know what?
Really?
For anyone in need, I'll do all in my power. So
I found new power.
So the reason why this is going to be very important is because once we get to, like, you know, better healers, we need to get to rank 3 for that. Holy cow. Rank 3 with him, and rank 3 with, oh my god. Hells yeah. I forgot that she's actually the mage. But now the inherited skill that I need from her is going to be Psych.
All right.
Unlock the skill and make it inheritable, you need 500 mag.
Watch
yes. This. And the reason I want Psych over everything else... Oh, and I can just, like, use it however and whenever. Okay. I'm cool with that. But the reason I want, you know, that in particular... Okay, yes. Is just primarily due to the understanding that there are going to be people who are, of course, weak to, you know, the light that I'm going to be learning, but also just, you know, the fact... Oh, wow, that really does not do a lot, does it? I mean, it doesn't do as much as I would like, but still, that at least gets me to 2. So, like, if I go into here, Hama is, like, light, but recovers HP each time a support attack lands in an overworld combat. Okay. So, it's not going to be able to heal right away, but eventually it will. That's the main thing. But there are going to be some enemies where light isn't going to be, you know, something that's going to work all the time. And there's going to be an enemy in the, you know, area we're going that's going to be weak to wind. So having our healer have 2 different attacks that's going to be super effective in this area is going to be very good. Hi, Plateau. I'm going to pet you. Petting him is soothing in and of itself. I'm able to forget the hustle and bustle of the outside world, even for a moment. Is there something different here? In a language that I cannot read. Crow, according to
Hey.
Moore's. Just to be sure, the royal magic is a spell that got invoked at the royal funeral, right? And this is its formula?
Yes.
That does seem to be the case. But another way, the king had a detailed plan to ensure how things would play out before he died at Luis's plans. Kind of a stupid plan if it involves giving your son's murderer a chance to take the throne. I don't see the logic. In the 785 years that Uchronia has endured, there's only been a few instances where the king has invoked this magic. A strong desire of some sort surely spurred his decision. I believe that there are secrets to be found, and a reason that this script exists, with a name and drawing at
Grant
the
me
end.
a moment.
What a strange feeling I'm getting. Not that I consider it again. I feel as if I've seen this somewhere before. Why would I feel this way? Certainly not a language used anywhere in the kingdom.
Got a moment?
Hey, you okay? Indeed. It certainly seems there's much I cannot recall.
Adieu.
Did you learn anything new? I would appreciate it very much if you'd share it with me. Please examine the scroll whenever you learn new truths. Okay, well that's good. Now, there are definitely things that I haven't done in the previous two recordings, and I am actually really scared to know how much of a percentage we're on. I mean, 10%. Oh god. We are going to try to do a little bit of an info dump here. Like, we got a little bit of an hour of gameplay and whatnot, so it should be fine. But dragons, an enigmatic and powerful creature reigning supreme on the top of the ecosystem, kings of all monsters, they are known as dragons. Their overpowering strength, they could wipe out an entire fleet of military gauntlet runners as easy as breathing. That's not to get on their bad side. Many are believed to possess colossal scaled bodies with membranous wings and raptor-like talons, but due to lack of personal encounters, the exact details remain unknown. In some areas, they are thought to be mythic creatures of legend, and are even revered on some occasions as god. Magla Hollow. Magla is not uniformly concentrated in the atmosphere, existing more like patches of smoke or fog in the air. As such, Magla is dense in some areas and extremely thin in others. One could say that Magla was hollowed out. Such areas provide reprieve from especially dense Magla, as the likelihood of encountering organisms affected or frenzied by Magla is significantly lessened. You know, for all I know, Magla could maybe not be called Magla. Maybe I'm saying it, you know, quote-unquote wrong. I don't know. Magla Accumulator. A device that gathers Magla crystals too smaller or impure for use and refines them into a Magla crystals of sufficient quality for use in magical igniters. It has a number of open pipes that extend outwards and is sometimes accompanied by a floating terminal device, mainly stationed in areas where large amounts of people gather, such as Grand Trad or other large cities. The pipes that floating terminal collects Magla from atmosphere. Though the amount collected is marginal because the technology is new, the quality of the crystals produced are far cry from good, but they are sufficient for igniters and are linked to the increased efficiency in igniter production, which until now has always required natural crystals. Though unpopular with most of the nobility who see them as an eyesore, they are viewed favorably by most, the main reason being that the crystals produced by signiters can be sold. This alleviates the discontent of those who feel deprived of the opportunity to make use of the Magla that exists within everyone, as igniters and magic education are too expensive. Okay, I don't necessarily... like, they're not all like in one row now. The late Hythandalius V was the first king to invoke the royal magic in several hundred years. None could have foreseen its consequences, as it was planned in secrecy and was to be triggered only after his death, its activation through the capital and the chaos. The magic he invoked was peculiar. He called for a competition of the people's support, stating that the crown would be conferred to whomever that should be whomever, I feel, not whoever, but that is neither here nor there, could win the most faith amongst the populace, regardless of birth or circumstance, at the end of a designated period. In addition, in order to monitor the competition, other phenomena appeared, including the royal palace floating in the sky, the giant face of the king peering from beneath it, and the mysterious stones throughout the kingdom that depicts those with the most support. No one yet knows the full extent of this magic. Face rock. Peculiar giant rocks with candidates' faces on them appeared throughout the kingdom around the same time the royal magic was invoked. Evidence suggests they were created by the royal magic. The general understanding is that candidates' faces appear in prominence based off of their public approval rating, and the rocks constantly alter in response to changes in those ranking. Apparently, candidates higher in the ranking take up more of the rock's surfaces. Okay, I'm also going to make a note here. Regolith Grand Cathedral, an enormous cathedral built in the royal capital around the same time Sanctinism was established as the state religion. I would assume that it wasn't built that grand, but probably built kind of like in sections. So like maybe like the main pillar was built first, then an extra wing, another wing, the other wing, another wing, wing, and other wing, maybe, I don't know. Either way, the largest structure in the entire kingdom, it boasts a scale far surpassing any other Sanctus construction. The land on which it was built was the former cemetery for the Ukrainian royal family. The highest point of the building soars past the palace by a large margin. Many feel the comparative grandeur of the cathedral implies that the authority of the sanctums exceed that of the royal family, which has nettled more than a few older citizens. The Royal Scepter Chamber, a room in which the royal scepter is kept, located on the upper floors of the Regolith Grand Cathedral. The chamber exists to safeguard the royal scepter against theft in the event it cannot be the king's possession for a period of time, as in the case of prolonged illness or death. The doors are sealed with a powerful binding spell, making it extremely difficult to open unless a specific process is accurately followed. I feel like I should really kind of like do a little bit of like commentary, like, you know, instead of just reading and whatnot, kind of like, you know, some witty banter and whatnot, but to actually think that, like, you know, the royal scepter, when a king is sick, is put into a state of protection. That's a little worrying, though it could be primarily not so much if he is sick, rather than maybe a sickness that is terminal, maybe, or thought to be leading up to a terminal case. That might be what they mean here, rather than, I mean, it does say prolonged illness, so, I guess that's primarily what it is stating. The mausoleum, an underground mausoleum that existed before the Grand Cathedral was built. The cathedral was connected to it for the convenience of the Sanctists, and there is a passage through the basement. Few locals know of this path, as most prefer the main entrance than to walk among the dead. I mean, yeah, it's kind of scary to walk among the dead, especially when you see more amongst the dead. God, man. That man. Ethereal even in life. Day of the Hero, an annual holiday on October 27th of the Ukrainian calendar, celebrating the three kingdoms of Ukrainia, Oceania, and Montario, as one united kingdom, as it remains to this day. More precisely, it celebrates the day that the first king of the United Kingdoms was coronated. The titular? Titular? I don't know how to say that. Is it titular? Titular, maybe. Hero refers to the then king of Ukrainia, who put an end to the Annex War. The former king, Hythe, I'm just gonna, say Hythe for him, Fifth, may have chosen this day to mark the end of the struggle for the throne because of its historical significance, a momentous day marking a kingdom's rebirth. I see. That's actually kind of nice. We have a couple of those, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure exactly, like, which days are meant for which historic event, and I am not going to try and even remotely say which ones I think they are, because I don't want the heat. But I'm probably gonna get heat because I don't know that. Please be gentle in the comments if that's the case. History is... Oh, I want to say history is not my best, but like, general knowledge of history is probably my weakest subject. Maybe. The Day of Calamity. Ominous words uttered by parting by the Necromancer. He is attempting to alter Grand Trad somehow with magic, but what precisely that might entail remains to be seen. Whatever the truth behind this scheme, he must be stopped at all costs before the chosen day arrives. And I'm going to do my best to... You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say it here, and then I'm gonna say it in the next episode, okay? Just you know, if you hear me say it once here and another time, just know it's because I don't expect everyone to watch this part of the video. I expect people to come to watch, you know, the main, you know, part of the game, not me kind of like going through all this and trying to like actually, you know, go through what all of these, you know, things basically, you know, go at. That probably made no sense, and I'm sorry. I expect people to come here for the main content. I don't expect people to come here for me to talk about the world itself, because there are some people, which myself is in most case included, don't care for. Because there are most cases where I just don't care much for the lore. Looking at you, Final Fantasy 13. But without also being the case for Final Fantasy 13, if I actually paid attention to the lore, I might have actually been a little bit more invested in the story. I don't know. Either way, we're doing it for this game. The Roag tribe. A tribe whose members have longer lifespans, some living more than twice as long as the average of others' tribes. They age at the same pace until adolescence, spending the remainder of their lives in middle and old age. Perhaps as a result, the Roag tribe conjures images of the elderly in many minds. In a seniority-based society, Roags often hold high positions to their longevity. They place great value in eventually passing down their knowledge and purpose. So much so that they're known to remember favors as well as hold grudges for 3 generations, as Grius once implied. Though many Roags have unique markings on their face, they are not born with them. They are a form of traditional makeup. That's nice. I do like that. The Mustari tribe. I like how they have like little helmets. A tribe recognizable by the third eye. Oh, these are the third eye people. So the Necromancer is a Mustari. Gotcha. They don masks and wear culturally significant attire, which many among the other tribes find unsettling. Though their population isn't necessarily low in number, the Mustari are hard to come by, as most live in the Virga Island archipelago. As they believe in a unique faith, they are often targets of persecution outside of the island, denounced as pagans. That's, I mean... you know, when you think about it, you want to say that's not right. But you also understand that that's kind of how history goes now, doesn't it? I hate that. Which is why it's good for, you know, world building. Doesn't mean you have to like it though. The eye in their foreheads is often called their third eye, capable of perceiving magla, which is invisible to the naked eye of most tribes. However, How clearly they can see the magla depends on the individual. For some, it is vague, while others can see it more clearly than fairies, perceiving even the magla's quality and density. That's cool. Anything else? Oh, Hulkenberg. Aislinn Hulkenberg, a Rusant lady, met in Grand Trad, once a member of the Royal Knights. She served as the prince. I mean, I feel like we don't really need this in particular. She believed that somehow, given her social status, family name during her travels, she has become completely accustomed to the point of introducing herself that way. Hails from the Hulkenberg family, one of the most prestigious noble families in Ontario. Okay, that's new. While her father and brothers rose to prominence in the world of politics, her youth was marked by merit, not with her wits, but her martial prowess, leaving her a black sheep amongst her family. In order to achieve success on her own, she overcame her family's opposition and went on to pursue a career as a knight. But after failing to protect the prince, she has been too ashamed to return home. No! Oh, now on Grius. His real name is Arvid Alces, but he goes by Grius for his work as an operative. He once caught the attention of the royal palace as a skilled mercenary and was appointed the prince's swordsmanship instructor by the former king. He was then considered to be part of the prince's personal guard as part of his duties. He also give fundamental training to young knights. After the prince fell victim to the curse, Grius disappeared with him. He secretly returned to the capital in search of a way to break the curse. In the northern front, he was sometimes appointed to positions of command due to clear experience that separated him from the other soldiers. However, he lost all of his men in the human attack. The weight of those losses makes him decide to handle Louis personally, rather than appoint Kro or Strahl despite their qualifications. Alright, and Hythe the Fifth, the kingdom of Ukrainian former king. Prior to his assassination by Louis, he arranged for his death to trigger the royal magic, which prompted a competition for the throne's succession in which every member of the kingdom was eligible, thus ushering in a time of unprecedented turmoil and uncertainty. Gotcha. His early reign was marked by substantial efforts to uphold his high-minded ideals, but his authority gradually diminished over the years. After the prince was attacked and presumed dead, he became an empty husk of his former self, which is very sad and all, and stopped participating in politics. Honestly, I don't have that experience. I can't really say that that's how I wouldn't react. I would probably be devastated if anybody... I don't know. Actually, I'm thinking about it. In most cases, I want to say that I am very... I'm very empath heavy, I feel. I don't show a lot of emotion. I tend to be a lot more... I know that for you guys, I show a lot more, you know, oh my god this, oh my god that. You know, but that's because you guys only really hear my voice. You don't really see my expressions and whatnot. And even then, I'm kind of... I want to say I'm stoic. I'm probably not even stoic. I don't know. Either way, what I'm trying to get at is that I don't necessarily feel, you know, a lot of emotions when I should, which can later down the line be a double-edged sword where, you know, I can primarily break down. It's happened twice in my life. I don't know how to feel about that now that I think about it. Huh. Ah, frick, you know, I forgot to put in different music for the 2.5 episode. I'm gonna have to redo that. Dang it! That's fine, though. It's an easy fix, to a degree. Maybe. I don't know. Either way. Where was I? Became an empty house of that he would prepare an elaborate, bizarre magic spell in secret, completely defying his style of reign until then. Came as a complete shock to his subjects, further adding to the disarray. Yes. Forden? Did we already read about Forden? To surge, despite hailing from the Roag, he enjoys broad-based support, turmoil, death to the king. Many view him as something at an intermission. I feel like we have. Necromancer! A man clad in black who appears to be one of Louis's closest aides. Certain physical characteristics of his suggest he's a half-blood. Really? Such as his single Clamar horn. Oh! And his third eye. And the eye on his forehead that doesn't open. It said he's powerful enough to single-handedly defeat a wave of oncoming soldiers, but what's more terrifying is his ability to magically manipulate the deceased remains into undead soldiers. Using manipulation magic on people's remains is considered a highly monstrous act, and mages who enact it, called necromancers, lose all social standing. To wit, the upper echelons of Grand Trad society were aghast that Luis would leave such a madman to unsupervised at all, much less the royal funeral for the late king. But look at him! Moore's pet cat who lives in Academia with him. He doesn't necessarily resemble the animal called cats that existed elsewhere. The strange charm hanging around his neck, a type of magic igniter according to Moore, allows for visions of him to be projected outside of Academia. Maria, Grease's daughter. Also noticing Alces is actually his last name, so Hulkenberg is basically using his last name, which is typically shown as a form of respect if you don't know people, but I think that is not typically... I want to say that's not typically an American thing, but then again, I don't really socialize with people where people would use the last... Well, no, when we work, we go off of... No, I still use my first name. Yeah. I don't know. Port Rohard, Port Ishkai. She lives at the Hushed Honeybee Inn in Grand Trad, where Fabi takes care of her. A cheerful and lovable girl, she helps out in the inn at night, but is often discriminated against for being half-blood, resulting in lack of friends her own age. No! I love Fabi! Fabi Volpez, proprietress of the Hushed Honeybee Inn, a tavern and inn located on the back streets of Grand Trad. A beautiful Parapist woman of good character. She has common law marriage with Grius and thinks of his child Maria as her own. Good. Love it. Oh. Slave classes. A class of people considered so low across the kingdom that no one can be born into it. Rather, it is a restriction on citizenship imposed as a form of punishment for crimes. The criminal becomes the legal property of another for a fixed sentence, and during this period, any action that leads to a slave's death, participation in additional crimes, or even self-harm will result in the owner being charged. That's... I mean... I don't know how I feel about that. Because, like, yeah, okay, you can kind of help in most circumstances with about two of those. The third one, you can't really help that, per se. I don't know how I feel about the owner being charged with the third one. The first one, okay. Second one, okay. But not the third one, I feel. That one's just kind of weird. Oh my god, there's still more! Curse you more! The Reeve is the standardized unit of currency in the United Kingdom of Uchronia. It comes in several denominations marked by size, shape, and type of coin, and ranges in value from large gold coins to average silver coins to copper. Okay. There wasn't like a... Oh my god, there's 4 to this? I don't want to read. 4! The largest denominator of the reeds is Uchronian ingot, evaluated to be 20,000 reeves. It is rectangular shape, fitted with special stones to prevent forgery and rarely high value. Gold coin equals 5,000 reeds. Likeness, Merciful King. Silver coin comes in 2 variations. The silver, Uchronian silver, is 500 reeds. The second is the Regal's 1,000 reeds. Crown Theocracy. God, man, you know what? You guys can read this. Like, I'm not really into, like, the idea of currency. I want to get into, like, the, you know, the lore, but... Gods, man. The Kingdom of Uchronia uses a 5-day week in its calendar. Flames Day, Waters Day, Arbor's Day, Metals Day, and finally Idol's Day. There are 365 days in a year and 12 months. Each month has 16 weeks, except December, which has 7, the last of which is called Idol's Week. It's treated as a week of rest. Okay, that's cool. It's kind of like siestas in Hispanic culture. The name of the calendar days are based in the creation myths of Sanctum. Actually, are siestas Hispanic or are they Spanish? Huh. The siesta is an old tradition in Spain and through Spanish influence in most of Latin America and the Philippines. Okay, so kind of right on both, I think. So, okay. All right. Okay. Anyways, we're on number 2. The name of the calendar days are based on the creation myth of Sanctinism, and thus Idol's Day is intended for rest and prayer. Likewise, the entire kingdom spends Idol's Week in preparation for a prosperous new year. This said, towns and villages are in areas where Sanctinism has less influence, often have their own customs and names. Gotcha. Royal flower! There's a royal flower. A white flower associated with the Uchronian royal family, also depicted on the national coat of arms. Though beloved by Uchronians for generations as a sign of respect to the royal family, it is now customary to refrain from using the flower in familial celebrations. Where have we seen that? We've seen that, I think, in the wild. Until some decades ago, colonies of the flower could be seen around Grand Trad, but have since been lost because of the rapid expansion of Tradia Desert. It is said that few natural colonies exist in present day. Oh no, desertification! That's not good. Knight, a mark of esteem granted by the Kingdom of Uchronia in recognition of one's military merit, humanitarian efforts, scholastic achievement, and or other noteworthy accomplishments. Those who have been knighted vow to uphold their power in chivalric, I guess, spirit. And today, many knights also vow to defend the Sanctus faith, viewing it as intrinsic part of their noble duty after it was instated as the state religion. Knights are respected in society and enjoy various privileges to match their high status. However, if any knight conducts themselves in a manner contrary to chivalric values, they are deemed as disloyal to the king and thus heavily condemned. Knights turned criminals are commonly called fallen knights, lose all social credibility. Okay. Knights may be armed but are not necessarily members of the army. For example, royal knights serve the royal palace directly under the king. They may partake in the army under the king's command, but they are not subject to the whims of the military. Gotcha. And see, like right now, I'm getting annoyed with all the information. And that's just kind of how I am. Like, I don't really care much for this information. Though I do world building myself, I understand that most of this is gonna go unread. It's very interesting, but when, you know, you got like 10% added on, it gets a little grating, which is why we need to do this episodically and not 3 episodes later. So this is my fault. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. A tavern, an inn located in the back streets of Grand Trad, managed by a proprietor named Thabby that acts as Greece's secret base of operations. The first floor is known to be an unofficial meeting place for minority tribes to gather and exchange information. Thabby is generally aware of Greece's covert operations and occasionally even lends her cooperation. At the tavern, Thabby prepares delectable dishes from her hometown, and her food is highly popular. Ooh, the redgrass roasted bidot. A culinary specialty from the hometown of Fabine, hostess of the Hushed Honeybee Inn, roasted with zesty spices and red grass herbs. This aromatic poultry dish is supposedly so addictive, one bite will make you crave it for life. Many customers frequent the Honeybee to indulge in this meal alone. A hidden gem in Sunshade Row. We haven't even gotten into, like, cooking. But that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. We are going to try our best to not have this big of an info dump. I think that we're like on like what, 30, 40 minutes? Hold on. Yeah, it took 30 minutes to get all that done. Took 40 for like 15%. Just goes to show with that much information, it takes a long time. That's crazy. Either way, we're gonna try to keep it a little bit more, you know, episodic. Hopefully, I remember, I tend to get very excited and end the episode, but you know, we'll try at the very least so we don't have to go through that again. But thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next part of our adventure. Bye bye. Bye bye.